Welcome back everybody to another fly tying tutorial. In today's video I'm going to be tying my variation of the Sexy Walts. As some anglers know, Walt Young developed the Walt's worm. Walt was from central Pennsylvania, and this fly along with the Walt's worm is just phenomenal. I do very well with it on my local waters, as well as I always make sure I carry a handful on our fishing trip to Vermont every year. It produces fish like you wouldn't believe. Next to the Gasolina, this is definitely my second favorite pattern. I like to fish them in tandem. I'm still waiting for that double hookup. Hopefully this year I'll get it. But let's get started. So in the vise I have a size 16 jig style nymph hook, paired with a 2.5 millimeter slotted tungsten rainbow bead. For thread, I'm going to be using a UTC Ultra Thread 70 denier in gray brown color. Go ahead and get started here. Lay down your thread base. And I go back to almost where the bend starts, because we're going to be tying in a ribbing material. And then I go back up and I start building my thread dam for the bead, so that way it doesn't keep sliding back on me. And you're also creating your taper for your dubbing that you will be putting on. And for the ribbing, I use a Mirage tinsel in the opal color in size small. And with this tinsel, you have to be very careful not to stretch it. What happens is you stretch it and it creates a blue color, a transparent blue, and thins it right out, and you don't get the ribbing effect that you're looking for. Go ahead and tie that in. And work on your taper again. And I tie this in anywhere between sizes 12 to 18. 14 and 16 are kind of my favorite sizes in general when I fish. Typically I fly fish mainly in the spring into summer, and then I kind of shy away from fly fishing once the waters get pretty warm. For the dubbing, I'm going to be using a Hare's Ear Plus in the natural hare's ear color, number 1. Take and put a little bit of wax on my thread. The original Walt's worm was very buggy looking, and I've found that you can tie these bodies thin, you can tie them thick. It doesn't matter. The fish just kind of go nuts over it. Go ahead and wrap that forward and take off the extra dubbing here. And then, like I said, don't pull too hard on your ribbing. You just want to make even wraps Go ahead and catch it, tie it off. I'm taking whip finish it, and I only put 2 whip finishes on there, and I'll show you why. For my flies, looks pretty buggy. For my flies, I come in with a hot spot on most of my jig style nymphs. I do find it seems to catch, my hookup rate seems to be more with the hot spot. My hot spot, I use Glow Bright number 6 for this particular pattern. I just do a couple wraps, nothing too crazy. And then for the finishing touches for the fly, I come in with a Loon UV clear fly finish in the fin. I just kind of go over them thread wraps and hit it with a UV light. Now, I have the camera blocked because they say not to look at the UV light, so and there it is. Now this one does look a little messy, but like I said before, I've tied them messy, I've tied them neat, and it's a quick tie. And I don't think the fish really care what the fly looks like. It's a good fish producing fly. But if you like what you see, please like, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. And I will look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you.